The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-445-1044. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good afternoon from TFNN. Welcome to the September 5th wonderful Wednesday edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day. Let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. And, of course, the easiest way to have an extraordinary day is to always remember that everything in life happens for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, it means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Today, you and I, we get to go check out the circumstance of these markets. We get to go figure out what the bulls and the bears, what the buyers and the sellers are communicating to you and I just past 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I want you to know that I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here, and more importantly, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to pick up that phone. Dial on in, 877-927-6648. If you can't dial in, let those fingers do the walking. You can always send me an email, steve@tfnn.com. Inside that subject heading, please put radio show question. And in the Tiger's Den, well, any ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on wonderful Wednesday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to the show. Right now, the Dow up 8 points, straight out of 25,960. S&P is off 9. NASDAQ 100 down a little over 1%. That would be 84 points to the downside. Russell is off 9. You've got the trannies up 50 points, or 0.4%. Spot volatility index well above the 50-day exponential moving average. I think it's around 1310 or so. It's trading at 1368. Gold is up $2. Silver's up 3 pennies. Light sweet crude back on 91 cents. She's trading at 68.96. Leading the charge, the upside. It is dollar-wise. Tilray Inc. up $11. Coupa Software up nearly $6. Polaris Industries up 5. PROQR Therapeutics. Pruker. Yeah. Be careful pronouncing that, because you could pruker up all over the place. That's up 63% or $5 up there. It's not pruking up today. Amazon is the dollar leader to the downside, $32, a little over 1%. Booking Holdings down 29, ABIO Med down 24, Intuitive Surgical off 16. Of course, I want to look at what you want to look at. First request comes in from Jay inside the Tiger's Den. Why don't you take a look at Stevie's red line for the ES, the YM, and the NQ. Well, he's going to get a 4 for the price of 3 out there. Let's start by taking a look at the ES. What do we know about the ES Mini right now? We do know that the high that's in at this stage, this formed on August the 29th. You can see by taking a look and doing that wave count. It's not the Chapman wave, but it's the Chapman wave counting system, but has nothing to do really with the Chapman wave system. We know that markets, when they sing in that key of G, they get to wave number 7. In this case here, I've got the number system working. That can be where you see the significant changes in trend, really on any time frame. Well, that happens to be the high inside the ES Mini. Any coincidence? Probably not. If we take a look at where Stevie's red line is, it's at 29.01. Price right now is below that level. In fact, if anything, if we just simply expand this up, what you can see is, for the most part, that red line, it is green. That means the price oscillator is above 0. We take a look at Stevie's important line out here, that this has acted as resistance as we speak right now. There's also another level of support that is beginning to fail, and that's a 28.89 level. That's the bullish structure of this TAS daily profile. And if price closes under 28.89 today, you will have 2, really, for the price of 1. That suggests that there is a change in trend inside of the ES Mini that is going on. The price target. Now, what happens if price holds 28.89? Then you know that you have a big tug-of-war between the bulls and the bears. Price would still have to close over Stevie's green line at 29.01, but really needs to close over 29.10 at this stage in order to regain its momentum. At this stage of the game, inside the ES Mini, it looks to me like this is a short-term top with the target being in the 28.20 level. Doesn't mean it's going to happen overnight. That would be the August 16th low. That is Stevie's target, the downside target, until we see something else that suggests a bottom would be in. And this is nothing more than just your normal garden variety retracement, even moving back to 28.21. We're 28.87, right around there. And so people are going to say a 60 or 70 point move is like it's over. That's it. It's over, sayonara, adios, whatever it is they're going to say. I'm telling you, don't let anybody tell you that, because that is a bunch of garlic. And I don't even know what that means. But you can go ahead. You can exchange the word garlic for something else out there. Okay, that's inside the ES Mini. I don't have anything against garlic. It's just that if one person's having it, the entire clan has got to have it, because otherwise it can, you know what I'm talking about out there. Hey, if we take a look at the NQ out here, well, just so happens the NQ, when it formed its high, that was on the trading session of August the 30th. Out here. Well, it also did it with wave number 7. That was just one of the patterns. Now, what price has done is trading below Stevie's green line, 76.01. That's its number. Yeah, 76.0170 in essence, but it's also testing the bottom of its market profile out there. The exact number for its daily market profile, just change it to this chart, 75.24 is the number that I would be watching. If price closes below that, then the NQ says it too is ready for a retracement. A retracement to where? Well, I would say back to the lows. Here would be the target of August 22nd. And that price level is 73.52. That would become the target inside the NQ. Jster. If we take a look at the Dow Equity Futures Contract, YM, and if you believe in coincidences, well, then this is a coincidence. It also formed its high out here, and it did it with wave number 7. That's why we like to take a look at these markets and paying attention to whether they're singing in the key of G or not. That was the August 29th high out there. Now, in the case of the Dow, this is a stubborn bugger out there. Why? Price is trading below Stevie's green line. So short-term change in trend, well, maybe. What price has not done has gotten back inside its box. The top of that box, and the others, we were looking at the bottoms. The top of the box is 25,896. So the Dow is just not ready to roll at this stage of the game. If it were to close today below 25,896, then it would be ready to rock and roll down to 25,665. But this is where the bulls are starting to find a safe haven. And in fact, if that's what traders around the globe are doing, I've been taking a look at what the Dow is doing in major currencies, and I'll just share this with you. If you see the Dow close over its highs in 2018, get ready for a run higher in the markets that is going to last years. Not a year, not 2 years, not 3 years, not 4 years, and everybody talking about the longest bull, blah, 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 blah. Garbage out there. They ain't seen nothing yet. And that's brought to you by Bachman Turner Overdrive. We take a look at the Russell 2000 Equity Futures Contract. It did not have wave number 7, but it had Stevie's Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. And yesterday was the signal when it created not only a dark cloud cover, but a key reversal session. Today, price trading below Stevie's red line. It's green, though. Green with envy. 1731 is the number. Price target to the downside in the Russell, 1694 would be the first. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back. I'm certain you are or strive to be one of the best at everything you do in life. It's the most common trait that we tigers and tigresses share. If you're looking to become the best of the best when it comes to managing your money, let me teach you to do what most wealth managers tell you can't be done, which is how to time the markets. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest has been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as their #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 for the last 12, 6, and 3 months. Timer Digest also ranks me as the #1 market timer for gold as well. The fact is, markets can be timed, and I'll teach you the exact set of tools that I use that has transformed me into one of the best at what I do. Sign up for Mastering Probability today by clicking on the newsletter tab on the homepage of TFNN.com and get immediate access to workshops where I take you step by step how to use an extraordinary set of tools as well as provide great market calls too. Sign up today.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com. The Path of Least Resistance, David White's daily market letter, gives you trade recommendations based on David's proprietary power law vector indicator that put the odds of success overwhelmingly in your favor. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price for each stock and option trade. David combines his years of trading experience along with his background in technology and computing to offer his subscribers his take on the markets on a daily basis. Every trading day by 9:30, David publishes his morning issue of The Path of Least Resistance, along with updates sent out throughout the week whenever there is new actionable trading information. All new subscribers receive a 30-day, no questions asked money-back guarantee. To sign up for David White's daily trading newsletter right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. So Michael P. writes in, and in essence is he sold his puts in Tesla. So we could take a look at Tesla. But it looks like he kept, maybe it's you kept one put. Is that what you're saying, Michael? But he's also really asking questions about ticker symbol CGC, that's Canopy Growth, as well as ticker symbol TLRY. And those are some marijuana stocks. He got out on Thursday morning, so I'm going to guess that that was last Thursday, and they've gone up another 30%. He's looking for a re-entry out there. So first, he made a bunch of money on it, so don't second guess that re-entry. If we take a look at Canopy Growth out here, maybe you're going to get one, maybe. For some reason, my system here, my other system, is not updating with the current data. And I just literally walked back and got in front of my screen. So I've been gone all morning and haven't been able to reset anything. I can't reset this. It did look like, Michael, the price was moving higher, doing less relative energy, and which can signal, not until you see some type of bullish reversal signal, that you'd see a pullback, similar to what Canopy Growth did right back here on June 23rd. Those conditions are not present. One of the conditions is present, but the key condition is not there just yet, because we can take a look at today's candle session. You'll see there's nothing bearish about this candle. And don't get caught up in the mere fact, anyone out there, that the body of today's candle is red. That just tells you where price opened and where price is trading right now. It is not a bearish reversal candle. And even if it were to turn into be a what the heck am I trying to say here? Well, where's my swing thought? You ever step up to try to hit the ball, and then it's just like they get the wrong swing thought out there. Well, anyways, that just happened to me. So even if today's candle were to look like a hanging man, which would look like a hammer candle, and but it's not a hammer candle because it's where price is moving higher, so they call it a hanging man. I've seen a lot of people get caught up in, oh, it's a hanging man, which is a bearish candle. Really? Yeah, I know that the Japanese candlestick chartists out there have it listed as a bearish candle out there. But you mean to tell me, especially let's say today, like today, that inside of Canopy Growth, which is trading right now at 54.40 out here, that the bears were able to push it down to 48.63, but buyers, the bulls, rushed in and got it all the way up here. And even if this were to look like, again, a hammer candle up at the top, really, that's telling you that sellers are in control? I don't think so. In fact, I'm certain that that is not the case. So don't let that be the bearish reversal signal, Mike. I just want to make sure I get that out there. At least that you know where Stevie stands on the old hanging man. I don't want you to get hung by that hanging man candle. If you're asking where to get back in out here, other than plugging your nose, jumping into the deep end of the pool, you would be fortunate, it would appear, to get a pullback into support, which was old resistance, which is the top of the box right around where you sold. And 46.39 is the top of the box. Because if you sold on Thursday, it was when price was right around there trading in that resistance level. Resistance has been cleared. I don't see any other resistance really in sight when it comes to Canopy Growth. With regard to ticker symbol TLRY, it's even worse at trying to come up with something because we just simply don't have enough data. This is an equity that's only been around for 2 months out here. It's been an absolute rocket ship out there, and it's trading up at its highs. Everybody that's in this party, even if they had the munchies for a little while, they're pretty darn full. And it looks like they're going to continue to get fuller, which is really not a word, but I didn't really know where else to go with it. I have no idea where an entry price on Tilray Inc. is. I mean, I can tell you where the top of the profile is, 62.90, but I have no clue with this limited data where this thing is headed to, you know. If at some point in time, the musical chairs game will end. Just hard to figure out when that might be for that equity. You did mention in that same email Tesla, so let's go take a look at Tesla out here. I heard from Tommy that Elon Musk was on a rant or a rave or something along those lines. If we take a look at what it's doing to the stock at this stage of the game, right now trading back into an area where it has found support in the past, which is there was a breakout. You can see the breakout because it was wide price spread. That was a trading day of April the 4th. The volume there, just for the heck of it, was about 20 million is what we'll call it. You're pulling back with light volume into that area. A set of swing points as well back on the May 22nd-ish time frame out here. It's passing a previous swing point that had volume of 6.8 million shares. So it is passing with a bit more volume. Maybe Tesla has room to run and will run, you know what I'm trying to say, will run all the way back to the April 2nd level, somewhere between 244.59. That would be between 24, but 244.59 and 260.33 out there. And that is what it looks like to me on Tesla. So I don't know, Michael, if I helped you out or not. I did take a look at each of the charts for the symbols that you sent to me, and I did really the best that I can. Hopefully that is good enough. No other requests out there, but please send in your cards letters. By the way, I will not be taking a short vacation, leave early, and I mean early. The sun will not be up when I am on my way tomorrow, so I won't be doing the show tomorrow, Friday or Monday, but I'll be back in full swing, hopefully having had many good full swings out there and ready to roll on Tuesday. So no show, but so if you've got something you want me to take a look at, short-term, long-term, take advantage of it now, or just simply wait till Tuesday out there. So a much-needed respite is in order. So what do we want to look at out here? Let's go back to the markets, because when I covered the equity futures contracts there for Jay and taking a look at Stevie's red line out there, we took a look at levels of support. We can see right now the Dow is the bugger. It's up 40 points right now. But if we take a look at the markets in its entirety, you have those support levels to be looking at inside the ES Mini and the NQ. If we take a look at, try to get a feel for the markets with the wider swath, supposedly wider swath, you and I can't trade it, but we certainly can take a look at the New York Stock Exchange. So we've got about 35, 36, 37, 3,800 equities, closed-end funds, things of that stuff, all junked up into the New York Stock Exchange. So we're not looking at common only. But what we do have in common is knowing the patterns that are in play, and that was price was moving higher, doing it with a declining, advanced declining oscillator. We are down below zero. Second day in a row. Confirmation of yesterday's move. It's minus 66.12. It's the reading right now. As long as it doesn't punch its head and close above zero, then this tells us that in the general marketplace, that sellers are the ones that are in control out there. And what we should be looking for is the advanced decline oscillator reading. Well, ideally to get down to minus 250-ish, certainly minus 150 type range out there. But what this would tell us is there is more of a retracement in order for the New York Stock Exchange. Doesn't mean it happens overnight. Now, we do have some conflicting signals out here. Again, the spot VIX index, 1309. I think I said 1310 when we began the show. There is no unanimous vote as we speak just yet. That's 126. What I mean by that, if I take a look at the S&P 500, it still has bullish market breadth. More issues trading above the top of its box, 187, versus only 113 below the bottom. So the S&P is not willing to give it up, as much as the ES Mini says that it might want to. What does that mean? We'll go take a look at that when we get back from this break.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
TigerTV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video, giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. TigerTV, exclusively at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 43, S&P is off 6. So this is primarily for subscribers. So if you're not a subscriber, well, listen in anyways. And the reason why I say subscribers is because I just want to follow up on something that went out in this morning's newsletter when it went out about 7:30, because I had a function that I needed to be at. And it was the following. It was at the markets at about 6 o'clock were confirming for me that they were ready to roll. We did have the New York Stock Exchange close below the oscillator, the advanced decline oscillator, as we were looking at, and the spot VIX index close over the 50-day. And those signals in the past are really solid at being able to identify some type of change in trend out there, some type of pullback. So since we were seeing follow through, I said, okay, we're seeing a change in trend, but at this stage, now this was like at 6:30 in the morning, don't take the trade at the open, were the words that I use, because what I do, this is Bob that I'm showing you right now. So Bob is Stevie's black box system. So it's the intelligence behind the exact set of tools that I've used that have been able to garner that #1 ranking in the S&P 500 by Timer's Digest out there. So it's no magic out here for the most part. And what this chart here, this black box set of tools, take a look at the equity futures contract, looks at the ultra short term. When I say ultra short term, really I'm referring to the 30-minute, the 1 hour, the 2 hour, the 5 hour time frames out here. And it tells you about the market conditions as well as whether there's a topping or bottoming signal out there. In the case of the ES Mini, it was showing bottom signals on the 30, the 1 hour, and the 2 hour, which was why I said, hey, don't take that trade until the ES Mini is able to move up to Stevie's red line. Now, literally, I had to leave. I'm just getting back now. I don't know what time price hit that level. Let's go take a look at it. And what I said was, let's focus on the little bit larger time frame, 2 hours, as if that's a larger time frame. But it is a larger time frame. And the reason why I wanted to focus on it was because it was performing so well with regard to the set of tools that you and I like to use out here. What Stevie's red line or green line doing out here. You can see over on the left-hand side how when price was moving from August 24th into the highs on August 30th out here, that we saw a majority of pullbacks come back, test that line, and then boing, move off of it. We can see that since the high was made on that 7th wave, and certainly in this leg that we're in right now, when I'm referring to the leg that we're in right now, beginning back here at about 6 o'clock in the morning yesterday, that we can see that Stevie's red line, it did turn red, means the price oscillator is below zero on a 2-hour time frame chart, that this has acted as resistance. So at 6 o'clock this morning, the price point was at 28.94. I also knew we had a TAS market profile that was up at the 28.95 level. So it was only logical to say, if you want to take this trade, wait for the ES Mini to get up to 28.94. The actual high, and again, I don't know when this occurred, has been 28.95. Well, that was during the session that took place between, 8 and 10. It's a 2-hour chart. So I know it took place after I sent out the newsletter, but I don't know that it took place by 9:30 out there. And that was really the price point, if you could have, if you would have, if you should have, if you did, to go ahead and take the short position in the ES Mini. We can see right now that the secondary Rhodes momentum indicator signal is formed out here. Now, we saw that pattern that took place earlier. We're seeing a secondary one take place. This was at 12 noon as price was pushing lower. This is a 2-hour chart. So this one's not going to end until the show's over at 2 o'clock. But we can see that price has moved up. It's slightly got above Stevie's red line, but you can see how those sellers right there. I do not know why it works. I don't. I just know that it does, and it's a great tool out here. And you can see where the sellers are right now comfortable coming in and trying to attack. I don't know with these two patterns out here who's going to win. What I do know is if you did take that trade and you were to see it close above the top of the 2-hour box out here at 28.95, we'll call it 28.96 because we're going to round up by a tick out here. That would then suggest, okay, there's more bounce. And probably you don't want to be short at this stage. But right now, that's not the case. That is not what the picture tells you at 134. I did say that, hey, what does it mean? Because we have these sets of differing data, which sometimes we do, right? Especially during a period where there may be a roll out here. When I say roll, not R-O-L-E, but R-O-L-L. Again, the market breadth is still pretty strong inside the S&P 500. So this will tell us that we are going to see these counter trend rallies. And the question is, will they be able to take some of these resistance points? So that is why that 28.96 level is so well, because we can see how Stevie's red line has worked really well. And if you close above that, combined with closing above the market profile on the 120-minute basis, it says you've got more to go, to where I don't know exactly. And at that stage, at the 20, whatever that number was, 28.95 or something along those lines, you're going to be back over the bottom of the daily profile, which means the daily would have held inside the S&P 500. Doesn't mean that price isn't headed lower over the next several days, but you can see, if you're wondering where's the strength coming from, it's really coming from the combination of these charts out here. So what is it that I believe? Until proven otherwise, it looks to me like these markets want to trade lower. It's a reliable indicator to take a look at that spot VIX index and to take a look at the advanced decline oscillator reading inside the New York Stock Exchange. And that's what I believe. What do you believe? We've got a request out here from the Peak Man, and Peak wants to go take a look at Omer. So let's go take a look at Omer for him. Let me change my work spaces out here. I don't know if this is going to pick up today's data, but even if it doesn't, we'll go take a look at it. So OMER, if you're following along at home, is a ticker symbol we're going to go look at, and that is Omeros Corporation out here. And this is up at its highs. What are you doing, Peak? What is the target is the question out here. Well, it's up towards its target right now, right? A target always becomes a prior swing point. And we can see that in this specific equity, that each time it has been up at this level. Let me go ahead and show you what I mean. When I say each time, you're going to say, well, what do you mean each time? I'm going to put the yellow horizontal line across, and what we're going to do, that's red. Hey, how about that? It's red, and it says resistance. You're trading right up into resistance. If we take a look at the trading session here for March 2nd, 2015, it's now 2018. This is a weekly time frame chart. So you can see this is significant resistance because you saw a heck of a spike in August of 2015, and it got knocked down. And then you had price make its way up there. Didn't get all the way up there, but close enough from my vantage point. And that's on the trading week of June of 2017. By the way, the volume there was 8.2 million shares. This week so far, you're up with about 1.8 million shares. You know, the time before when you were up there was 41 million shares. So it's no surprise the price is trying to take on this level, this level of resistance in the 2764. You could even use, because that bearish engulfing candle, the level, well, let's do that's not going to help you because it shows price up top. Let's just change that for Peak so he can take a look at this chart out here. Let's put it on the bottom. The bottom says it's 2709. So if you're asking me right now, Peak, is this trading into resistance? I'm going to say pièce de résistance. Big time. Big time. Now, I don't know if it's going to be able to take that out. I don't know if this was a trade or this is an investment. Those are questions that you're going to have to be able to answer. Is this a good time to take off the profits? And if price, because what are you going to gain? 2672, can this get to 2709? It's already been up to a high of 2697, so that's pretty much there. I say you have to consider taking the profits based upon this weekly chart. It's no guarantee, but if you're asking me what the target is, you're there basically right now. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. Right back.
Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus, developed by John Logan and his team, is a standalone piece of software that can change the way you trade. Let the TAS Profile Scanner work for you by scanning over 5,000 financial instruments such as stocks, ETFs, commodities, futures, and Forex. Right now, you can get a 30-day free trial to the TAS Profile Scanner Plus right at TFNN.com. And when you sign up, you gain instant access to John Logan's most recent webinar, How Price, Volume, and Time Make Market Profiles So Unique. This hour-long webinar with John Logan will walk you through the most powerful features of the scanner and how you can use it to become a more successful and profitable trader. You pay absolutely nothing for 30 days while you try out this software risk-free. For more information on the TAS Profile Scanner and to get your 30-day free trial today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. So James writes in, he says, hi, Steve. Am I understanding you correctly that the markets, S&P, NASDAQ, will probably pull back, but you are long-term bullish? If so, could you show us where the Fibonacci retracement to a low or bottom would be in one of the indices? Thanks. Yes, I'm saying that right now signals as of 1:42 in the afternoon are showing that some type of pullback is in order. And am I long-term bullish? Uber bullish. You know, some people, James, are suggesting that maybe there's a top in. I'm suggesting just the opposite, that a new bottom formed. Yeah, a new bottom. And these markets are going to cruise higher for years to come. Years to come. That doesn't mean we're not going to have corrections, 10%. That doesn't mean we won't even have a bear market during it. But these markets have just moved into a new paradigm out here. And they are going to, and so therefore, and I'm not talking Uber driver out there. And while everybody out there is trying to give you this or that or major top, and it's hogwash as far as Steve-O is concerned. The markets have entered a new paradigm shift of moving to higher prices, much, much higher. Don't touch those long-term funds. The shorter term, that's really what I'm referring to when we're taking a look at these daily time frame charts out here. They're suggesting we've got that seventh wave. We've got the New York Stock Exchange. Yeah, there's a retracement in order. The ES Mini is putting up a fight right now. The key number there is 28.89. If price doesn't close below 28.89, a key level of support is held. And then I got to say, I don't know. There's no real confirmation inside the ES. What is the target? It is 28.20, give or take. It is the low of August 16th in the ES Mini. It's roughly about the same area inside the S&P. James, that's the best that I can do. But yes, you're hearing me correctly. You are hearing me correctly. Load up. Be ready to load up when the next bottom comes in, if we're fortunate enough to see it. Very tough during these time frames where money from around the world is flowing into the U.S. markets to necessarily use the patterns that you and I like to use to be able to identify a bottom out here. What do I mean by that? Let me first, you probably didn't know this, James, but today the ES Mini, so we'll call it the S&P 500, made a new all-time high in pound sterling. Yeah, a new all-time high. Sure, it's off of those highs right now, but the money from around the globe is looking at the U.S. markets as a safe haven. And therefore, it's very possible that the signals that you and I like to look at to try to identify bottoms out here are just simply not going to work. Not going to work out here. I can only hope, but that's the case. And look, the ES Mini, the S&P in yen made a new all-time high a few days ago. In euros, it was yesterday. Yesterday, I say. Yeah, yesterday. So, just be careful out there. Okay, Tim wants to know, Steve, I'm in NLY, which is kind of like neuro-linguistic programming, but instead of a P, it's with a Y. So let's go take a look at NLY, about 1% above the current price. That is for Anali Capital Management, Inc. out here. Is this a hold or sell for the middle term? And have a fine vacation. Thank you. I'm going to have I love where I go. It's kind of like my second heaven out there. Boy, this is an easy call. You're asking where this is. You're up about 1%, and you're asking about the kind of the midterm out here. And all I have to do, Tim, and all you have to do is just take a look at the weekly chart. For middle term, we're just simply going to say, let's look at a weekly chart. And you and I can go back to February of this year and see this consolidation, which in essence is running from about, roughly where it's at. We'll call it maybe, if you want, around the 1072 level. By the way, this week the high was 1076. So you're kind of into resistance, hasn't really busted through, and this thing could easily pull back to 1016. It's been consolidating for a long time. I mean, if you have to have your money in this equity, then so be it. I don't see much upside, and I could almost say I don't really see much downside. 1016, 1% is going to be what, 10 cents? So, well, on a percentage base, I guess it's 4 or 5% maybe to the downside out here. So I don't really see a whole lot inside of this when you ask me about midterm. I don't have a whole lot of reasons to suggest that this is a great place to park your cash. I'd rather see you stick it in cash and go try to find that next bottom inside the S&P or something along those lines. So I hope that that helps you out as well. Susanna, oh, Susanna, don't you cry for me? I don't know. It could be. Hey, I'm sure Susanna is not crying for me. But Susanna's asking for some help. She wants to take a look at the GDX. You're long. Yeah, I'm long too. I guess we do want to cry. I didn't read your entire message, so everything happens in life for us. Let's go try to figure out what the GDX is doing. It's not happening for me, and it's not happening for you as we speak. And now it's kind of tough where to find the bottom. And subscribers now are going to have to make the same decision here, whether to just pull the ripcord on this. And it's frustrating. It's frustrating because this thing is moving in the opposite direction, quite frankly, of gold. And so what does that mean? And at this stage here, in taking a look at this totally objectively, what we've got to assume at this stage of the game with regard to the GDX is because it was trading in a consolidation, much like Tim and I and you were looking at with regard to his equity, ANLY or whatever that was. Here you've broken through the consolidation. And at this stage, it looks like the GDX is headed down to the bottom of its monthly profile, which is equal to the consolidation that it was in, somewhere around 1610 to 1628, somewhere around there, and you're trading at 1782 as we speak right now. So the GDX is not looking good. Gold is looking pretty good. Well, let's go see if it is. I think that it is, but let's go make sure about that. And that's the oddity here. We're at a stage right now where the two twains aren't meeting, meaning they're not both moving up. You take a look at gold, and I see these two higher bottoms that are in place. I'm not seeing anything in the currencies around the world with regard to gold fall apart. It is not falling apart. It's not a big hoorah party out here. So Susanna's question, if I read further, does 1872 price area still stand for a good entry point for GDX? Was that the previous email? 1872. Maybe you were just reminding me of what is turning out to be a bad call. And that's fine. I'm not going to get them all right. I'm just going to make sure that we're not going to risk more than 1% or much more than 1% of our capital on any trade. And this happens to be one of those times. So, 1872, no, that wasn't the right call. Clearly. So you've got the GDX moving in the opposite direction of gold. And that's my analysis. Is at this stage here, I don't have anything to suggest otherwise at this stage here that it won't pull back to the 1610 to 1628 level. And I do offer you my sincere apology that this is not tracking gold the way that it should. All righty. We're going to go to break in about 10 seconds, 15 seconds. Again, I won't be with you tomorrow or Friday or Monday, but I will be back in the chair on Tuesday. And so we've only got 2 minutes to wrap up. But if somebody does send me a question, I will go ahead and get to it. And if not, we'll take a look at something out there. Dow's up 23, S&P back 7. We'll be right back.
Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get 'em, folks.
TFNN has put together the finest programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Swim lessons from TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim is now at 11 a.m., followed by Basil Chapman at 12 noon. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com, educating investors.
This is David White. Stay tuned because coming up next is the Power Trading Hour right here on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. So no questions that have come in. So, how do we wind this thing up? So here's what I would be looking for. Here's what I'd be looking for, because there could be a bottom nut form. So it could be in 10 minutes for all I know, or maybe already formed, but I don't think so. And so what I'd be looking for between now and Thursday, what I would be watching for is, if to the extent that you can, I think there are some ways to do this out there. I don't know. But I would be watching the New York Stock Exchange advanced decline oscillator reading. So let's assume, take the first assumption as the market continues to sell off, whether it's all at once, slightly, or what have you, is watch this tool or this indicator. There's got to be some place on the internet where you ought to be able to at least see what the end of day reading is. And watch it as it gets down to the minus 150 level. Right now it's at minus 66. At minus 150 is typically where you see bottoms. But that's typically, it's not necessarily the case when you have this diverging pattern that occurs out here. So that's why I'm looking more like the minus 250. But you've got to watch minus 150 and then take a look at some other patterns that could be forming out there. What's going on with support levels inside the ES, the NQ, the Dow, and so forth. And at that stage, if we are down that low, the spot volatility index is going to be well above the 50-day exponential moving average. Let's say I'm wrong, and it's just been a couple of day retracement out there, okay? Clearly a possibility. How will you know that that the market is ready to resume moving higher for whatever the reasons are? I would say what you would see is the spot volatility index back below the 50-day exponential moving average. So you'll have to just do a quick calculation of what that is at the time. Right now it's 1309. That's not what it's going to be on Thursday, tomorrow, or Friday, or Monday out there. So those would be the things that I would be looking for if I were you with regard to the next bottom. In the ES Mini, there's no weekly profile out here for us to pay attention to. That's at 2708. So no reason to look there. That's it, folks. So, look, thanks so much for being here. I look forward to seeing you, to being with you on Tuesday. And until then, be safe. Have a great day, great weekend, and again, see you on Tuesday. Take care.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.